creations.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this show do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Radio Hotties. The content broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only.
जब हमारे परिवार के बुजुर्गों की सेहत और देखभाल की बात होती है तो घर पर इन होम केयर वाला ऑप्शन सबसे बढ़िया है। अनलॉक का पेस प्रोग्राम एक ऐसा कन्वीनियंट एंड पर्सनलाइज्ड ऑप्शन है जिसके जरिए हमारे बुजुर्ग घर पर हमारे साथ रहकर यही देखभाल और सेवा का लाभ उठा सकते हैं। अब चाहे वो घर पर रहे या अनलॉक वाले पेस सेंटर में आए, उनको वही डेडिकेटेड एंड प्रोफेशनल केयर मिलेगी। अनलॉक ने बुजुर्गों की सेहत को अपना प्रायोरिटी बना लिया है। और जानने के लिए 1855-308-0195 पे कॉल करें। That's 1855-308-0195।
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good
morning, Bay.
आज फिर हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वनकम,
नमस्कार,
खुशामदी,
सलाम अलैकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
मेघांदर की वंदनमु,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्णा,
जय जनेंद्रा।
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते याली मदद,
मौलानी मदद बोलते हैं सारे फीजे मतलब बोलेंगे नीसा बला बरजान। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा। मैं से फालतू बाबा
and of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बंद जानी।
True, Bhajan, of course, आपको बोलते हैं कि right now it's time for us to go take a look at what's happening on the traffic and what's happening in the weather. Yes, Bhajan, the welcome rain is here, and guess what? It's not going to be like a downpour per se. It's going to be nice flow of rain, and guess tomorrow is going to be a break for us. We get a break from the rain tomorrow, and then we get back rain. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is going to be rain. It's raining every day. It's raining every day. It's raining every day. Oh my God, Anu Malik will love this weather actually.
Anu Malik will love the weather
Yeah.
of what? That it's.
He will love this weather. is
Oh,
what I
the
say.
rain. नहीं रे, क्योंकि उसमें वो गाता है, right? The rain is coming and my heart is paining or something.
No, but the thing is, he will get to sing a song, Fadhani. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, come on, Fadhani.
It's raining. देखो बारिश हो रही है. It's raining. It's raining. मेरा दिल रो रहा है. It's paining. It's raining. That's a song.
Okay, Fadhani.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah,
Are you done?
I'm done. Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, seriously. Anyway, but don't worry about that. Fadhani तो ऐसे करती रहती है always. She has all kinds of nice, funny things to share with us, and we'll come to that for sure. Fadhani का time आएगा. इसका time आएगा. लेकिन अभी आया time to traffic update बन
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's right, Bajan. 408-912-2479. Give us a call and tell us what's happening on the roads for yourself, Bajan. ताकि आप अपने बंदलों के लिए खुद you can do something on there, and you can probably get those good karma points which we get generally, Bajan. And we like to share. That's what we do. We like to share because we care. Yes, if you care and you can actually share by showing that thing, go to Facebook, tell your neighbors, tell your relatives in India, anywhere in the world, because they probably can listen to us from anywhere and everywhere, Barjam. Speaking of traffic updates, traffic accident because of overturned tractor trailer on 880 northbound exiting at the Tennyson Road in Hayward. So if you're on that particular region, probably Banajan, I would say think of alternate routes. This is the northbound 880 going towards Berkeley and everything, Barjam. So already the congested side and all थोड़ा congestion चल रही है वहाँ पे. And high winds advisory on 80 eastbound and westbound Bay Bridge. Watch out for that. And speaking of that Bay Bridge area, it is a huge backlog over there. I think it's a residual delay which is happening in the region. Let's come south over here. A traffic accident on 680 southbound near Scott Creek Road in Fremont. The center lane is blocked because of this. But this traffic seems to be flowing without any kind of errors. Without any kind of incidents of that is what I see. Apart from on that, Bhajan, if you are actually one of those people taking 17 all the way, 17 into the woods, so there's going to be a lot of traffic over there because of an accident on 17 near Summit Road, Bhajan. This Summit Road is, you should know that there's only one road, which is, there's no other bypasses for that. It's only road you got to take, and there's totally backed up over there. In fact, there are 2 accidents reported there. One very close proximity to each other. That's why the traffic is pretty heavy there. CHP is trying to get to the location so they can clear the road for you guys, but you know what happens, right? Okay, and apart from that, flooding in different places. Watch out for that. Even yesterday there was a big flooding in the 280 side, 280 northbound entering at John Daly Boulevard. The rain was heavy all night and this morning as well, so you might have some flooding on the freeway here, or could be somewhere near office parking lot also. So watch out for that. Drive carefully. Generally, people speed on those roads. I would advise not to do it because you actually are ruining your chassis, is what I see, Mulya. But that was a traffic update. Now, quick look at what's happening with the news. Fadoni, can you take it away?
Yes, absolutely, Altababa. President Joe Biden participated in a CNN town hall in Baltimore last night as critical negotiations about his domestic agenda continue. Divisions simmer in Congress and questions linger about America's reputation abroad. And Biden said he was confident that Democrats would be able to eke out a deal on his administration's bipartisan infrastructure package and a budget reconciliation bill. He also said that he would be open to reforming the entire filibuster process, just not now with so many critical domestic measures on the line. Biden also pledged to use the National Guard to address supply chain issues and to protect Taiwan in the event of a Chinese incursion, but those were later softened by White House aides. News is coming out with regard to the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, Manajan, for its effectiveness in children. They are now saying that it shows 90.7% efficacy rate against the coronavirus in a clinical trial of children 5 to 11 years old, the U.S. drug maker said on Friday. 16 children in the trial who received a placebo got COVID-19 compared with 3 who were vaccinated. Pfizer said in briefing documents submitted to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Because more than twice as many children in the 2,268 participant trial were given the vaccine than the placebo, that equates to better than a 90% efficacy. Pfizer's clinical trial in those 5 to 11 years old was not primarily designed to measure efficacy against the virus. Instead, it compared the amount of neutralizing antibodies introduced by the vaccine in children to the response of older recipients in the actual trial. There is news with regard to the Gabby Petito death. For those of you who are following that particular case, Brian Laundrie's remains were found. Apparently, yesterday the FBI came out and confirmed that the remains that they found in the swampland in Florida was actually Brian Laundrie. The family members of Brian Laundrie, whose remains were found in this Florida nature preserve on Wednesday and identified by the FBI as his remains on Thursday, were hoping for more answers from law enforcement regarding the cause of his death, an attorney said on Friday. Laundrie was a person of interest in the death of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito, while the couple was on a cross-country road trip. I was informed by law enforcement yesterday that perhaps by midday today we'd have some more information. The Laundrie's attorney, Steve Bertolini, told ABC's Good Morning America on Friday. The FBI on Thursday identified the human remains found a day earlier in a Florida nature preserve as those of Brian Laundrie based on dental records. A notebook and a backpack have also been believed to have been belonging to Laundrie and were found in the Wilderness Park, the FBI said. The area where they found had been underwater during previous searches. California officials are now looking and preparing to vaccinate children ages 5 to 11. Public health departments across California are gearing up to administer the coronavirus vaccines to children's ages 5 to 11 in the coming weeks, and officials say they are planning family-friendly events, including at schools, to persuade parents and guardians to get their kids vaccinated. As you know, the White House on Wednesday detailed plans for the expected authorization of the Pfizer shot for the elementary school youngsters. boosters in a matter of weeks. Federal regulators will meet over the next 2 weeks to weigh the safety and effectiveness of giving the low dose shots to the roughly 28 million children in that age group. Anthony Fauci is saying that Americans can choose a COVID-19 booster shot that is different from their original inoculation, but the recommendation is to stay with the vaccine that they got first, if that is available. It is generally recommended that you get the booster that is the original regimen that you got in the first place, Fauci, the director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, said in an interview. But for one reason or the other, and there may be different circumstances with different people, availability and just different personal choices, you can, as we say, mix and match, he said in an interview with CNN. Fed's Jerome Powell is saying that it's time to taper bond purchases but not to raise rates. Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell on Friday said that the U.S. Central Bank should begin reducing its asset purchases soon but should not yet raise interest rates because employment is still too low and high inflation will likely abate next year as pressures from the COVID-19 pandemic fade. In news from the entertainment world, Bandhujan, there was something that happened which was really shocking. Hollywood star Alec Baldwin killed a cinematographer and injured the director of the movie when a prop gun that he fired hit them. Hollywood star Alec Baldwin is saying that his heart is broken after the cinematographer died when he fired the prop gun in a New Mexico movie set, adding that he was cooperating with a police investigation to determine how this incident occurred. There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, a mother, and a deeply admired colleague of ours, he wrote in a statement on Twitter. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena. The incident occurred on Thursday afternoon on the set of a movie called Rust at the Bonanza Creek Ranch, a production location south of Santa Fe, according to the Santa Fe Sheriff's Department. Hutchins was transported by helicopter to the University of Mexico Hospital, where she was then pronounced dead. Baldwin, 63, is a co-producer of the movie Rust, a Western movie set in the 1880s Kansas, and also plays the eponymous character who is the outlaw grandfather of a 13-year-old boy convicted of an accidental killing. Snap tumbles and drags social media giants on Apple privacy and tweak worries. Shares of Snap Inc. plunged on Friday, dragging down other ad department and ad dependent tech firms after the photo messaging app owner warned of a prolonged hit from Apple Inc.'s privacy changes on iOS devices. Snap shares were down nearly 20% at $60.80 before the bell, on track to open at a near 3-month low. Shares of Facebook, Google, Alphabet, and Twitter were also down between 2 and 4%. Apple's privacy updates, which were actually rolled out in June and July, prevent advertisers from tracking iPhone users without their consent. As a result, advertisers ended up spending much less than expected as the tweaks make it difficult to measure and manage their ad campaigns, is what they're saying. In local news, Panajan, rain is causing flooding on some Bay Area roadways. In San Francisco, Geneva Avenue on-ramp to southbound Interstate 280 was inundated with water. In nearby Daly City, some lanes of southbound 280 at Serramonte Boulevard were also flooded. At the same time, like Alto Baba mentioned before, there is more rain this morning and also the atmospheric river that could bring up to 9 inches of rain to some elevated parts of the region is expected to be coming Sunday into Monday.
Oh my goodness, that's nice. So we are a drought. We were like thirsting for it, and nature is giving it to us.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing good because we have been nice to nature also, right?
Yeah.
We're not like one of those cold states in the west.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Forecasters said the rain coming through
Midwest.
Thursday night into Friday afternoon will affect the North Bay more than other parts of the Bay Area, with areas of the Golden Gate, south of the Golden Gate, not expected to get more than a half an inch of rain from this particular storm system. In other local news, robots are actually beginning food delivery in and around the Valley Fair Mall neighborhood. It's the very latest in food delivery, Silicon Valley style. Autonomous robots were seen roaming around the San Jose neighborhood near the Valley Fair Mall park, picking up food orders and delivering them to customers. The service is part of a just launched pilot program between Valley Fair Mall and something called Kitchen United, a so-called ghost kitchen company providing space to restaurants to make to-go meals. The robots pick up the meals inside the mall and roll around to deliver the food nearby. The pilot program, which got a lot of attention from shoppers, runs through this week. It's really interesting, Altibaba. You should see these little robots. They're so cute. And of course, for those of you who are looking to do some activity outdoors, this thing, the Alameda County Fair, you remember that, Altibaba?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be open actually. And it starts today and will run until Halloween. COVID-19 prompted the delay of what is normally a summertime event, but the fall event will last for more than a week until Halloween. Monday to Friday hours are 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. To celebrate the Halloween spirit or spirits, Halloween-themed movies are being shown each night at 6 p.m. on the concert lawn. Movies are family-friendly with flicks like Hocus Pocus, Beetlejuice, and the Addams Family. Do you want to do the Kanika Kira, Altibaba, or
Well, we can actually jump into the world news, Fatwani, because we need to. People are waiting. They want to know what's happening around the world. Batao.
Really quick updates, Manajan. The United States is making early moves towards rejoining the UN Cultural Agency, UNESCO, 4 years after former President Donald Trump withdrew the country over accusations of anti-Israel bias. Congressional and diplomatic sources said the United States provided 1/5 of the Paris-based agency's funding, but Trump's predecessor, Barack Obama, stopped paying in 2011 when Palestine became a full member because it was barred by U.S. law. Washington owed $542 million when it quit, but now they have rejoined, encouraged by President Joe Biden's administration. The Senate Appropriations Committee introduced legislation this week to waive that law if Biden and appropriate congressional committees believe rejoining UNESCO will allow Washington to counter Chinese influence and or promote other U.S. interests. President Joe Biden, as I mentioned before, in a town hall yesterday has said that the United States has a commitment to defend Taiwan, while the White House is saying that there is no change in policy on Taiwan. China expresses displeasure at President Joe Biden's remarks, and Taiwan is said that it is saying that they are determined to defend themselves against China claiming that they are part of their territory. Also, the Hong Kong government is criticizing the United States safe haven scheme for fugitives. The Hong Kong government on Friday criticized Washington for its safe haven scheme for Hong Kongers to stay and work in the United States amid Beijing's crackdown on the pro-democracy movement in the Chinese territory. In August, U.S. President Joe Biden announced a temporary safe haven scheme for Hong Kong residents, allowing what could be thousands of people to extend their stay in response to the crackdown. EU leaders are also seeking a compromise over immigration as arrivals of immigrants are increasing. The European Union is saying to keep up the pressure on Belarus, and the EU leaders and the Commission are seeking to gain some common ground on migration. The Commission chief says that no EU funding has been provided for barbed wires and walls at this particular point in time. In news from Pakistan, 3 Pakistani police officials were killed in clashes on Friday with demonstrators from a banned Islamist group who rallied to demand the release of their leader and the expulsion of the French ambassador over cartoons depicting Prophet Muhammad. The officers were hit by a vehicle which drove at police as thousands of activists from the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan movement gathered in the eastern city of Lahore for a march on the capital of Islamabad. In the Shah Rukh Khan son Aryan Khan's live updates, let us tell you that the NCB has summoned Ananya Pandey again for questioning on October 25th. Arbaz Merchant, Aryan Khan and Munmun Dhameja, who were denied bail on October 20th, post which lawyers have filed a bail application with the Bombay High Court. Shah Rukh and Gauri Khan's son was, if you remember, arrested on October 3rd. Now, apparently, Ananya Pandey had been quizzed for 4 hours by the NCB on the second day, and she's again been called in to come in on Monday. She has to appear before the agency to address questions with regard to supplying drugs to Aryan Khan, according to messages that they received on the WhatsApp apparently. And in other news from India, Banjan, let us tell you that illegal Bangladeshi immigrant has been arrested from Roorkee with forged documents. Apparently, the military intelligence and local intelligence unit at Roorkee have arrested a 34-year-old Bangladeshi national from Piran Kaliyar in the city of on the charges of forging documents to live in India. And the accused has been identified as Mohammed Suhail, a resident of a village Katurakandi in the district of Madaripur in Bangladesh. And security is being beefed up across Kashmir ahead of Home Minister Amit Shah's visit. This is his maiden visit to this valley after the abrogation of Article 370 on Saturday, officials said. They said a thick security cover has been thrown around the BJP office at Jawahar Nagar in the city where Shah is likely to pay a visit. And finally, India condemns the abuse of the United Nations platform by Pakistan to propagate false, malicious propaganda against it, yet again, where Islamabad spoke in favor of its close ally China's protection of ethnic and religious minorities in Xinjiang. More on all these you will find on MediaMahima.com. Now we're going to leave you with this beautiful Gaane Ka Kira Banajan from the movie Chichore, the song called Pagle Fikr Not.
ओ चिंता करके क्या पाएगा, मरने से पहले मर जाएगा। ओ चिंता करके क्या पाएगा, मरने से पहले मर जाएगा।
सुनिए गाना काम आएगा,
बस खाने पीले जीले क्योंकि जिंदगी है शॉर्ट। अरे पगले फिकर नॉट, अरे पगले फिकर नॉट, अरे पगले फिकर नॉट, अरे पगले फिकर नॉट। जो भी होगा होने दे, होने दे, होने दे, अरे पगले फिकर नॉट।
कल की खुशियों का महंगा म्यूचुअल फंड लेके किस्तें क्यों भर रहा है, आज को दंड देके।
Hi guys, this is Shraddha and you're listening to Radio D Hottie, where the entertainment gets hotter.